August 1945. Long Beach, New York. The Corleone compound fills with music, laughter, and the smell of Italian cooking. Connie Corleone marries Carlo Rizzi. 500 guests celebrate under white tents, and Michael Corleone smiles. He sits at a garden table with Kay Adams. His Marine uniform fits perfectly. Captain's bars gleam in the afternoon Sunday. He laughs easily, gestures broadly, tells her stories about his family with warmth in his voice. "That's my family, Kay. That's not me." He says it with a smile, genuine, relaxed, a man who believes his own words. Watch him now. Study this face. These eyes still hold light. This mouth still curves upward naturally. This is Michael Corleone before the world breaks him, before the bullets, before the blood, before everything he loves turns to ash. He dances with Kay, spins her under the fairy lights. His brothers watch and laugh. Sonny claps. Fredo grins. Even Tom Hagen smiles at the sight. The war hero home safe, the good son, the one who escaped. Michael introduces Kay to his father. Vito Corleone studies her. Nods approval. Michael beams. His chest swells with pride. He has everything: education, military honor, a beautiful woman, a future outside the family business. What Michael does not see, what he cannot possibly understand. This is the last summer of genuine joy he will ever know. Within months, his father will bleed on a Manhattan street. Within a year, Michael will kill 2 men in a Bronx restaurant. Within 2 years, he will watch his wife explode in a Sicilian afternoon. But today he smiles. Tomorrow the smiling stops. Forever. December 1945. 4 months after the wedding. Everything changes in a single night. Vito Corleone lies in a hospital bed. 5 bullets in his body. Assassins sent by Virgil Sollozzo. The Turk wants the Corleone political connections for his narcotics operation. Vito refused. Now Vito bleeds. Michael visits the hospital. Finds it empty. No guards. No police. Someone removed the protection. Another attempt is coming. Michael moves his father's bed to a different room, stands outside in the freezing December air. His hands shake. Not from cold, from rage. A car approaches slowly. Michael steps forward, pretends to reach for a weapon he does not have. The car speeds away. The bluff works. But something shifts in Michael's face. The easy smile from August disappears. A harder expression takes its place. Sollozzo and Captain McCluskey, the drug dealer and his corrupt police captain. They want to negotiate. Michael volunteers to handle the meeting. His brothers laugh. The family laughs. College boy Michael, war hero Michael. He does not know this world, but Michael knows something they do not. He knows how to kill. The Marines taught him well, and he knows Sollozzo will never stop until Vito is dead. Louis Restaurant, the Bronx, January 1946. Michael sits across from Sollozzo and McCluskey. The captain eats veal. Sollozzo talks business. Michael asks to use the bathroom. Permission granted. He walks past the counter, into the men's room. Behind the toilet tank, a gun, taped there by Clemenza hours earlier. Michael holds the weapon. His hands steady now. No shaking. He stares at himself in the mirror. Studies his own eyes. This is the last moment of Michael Corleone, the civilian, the college boy, the good son. When he walks back through that door, everything ends. He returns to the table, sits down. Sollozzo speaks in Italian. McCluskey chews his food. Michael's mind goes blank. The instructions were clear. Shoot them both. Drop the gun. Walk out. Do not run. But Michael hesitates. 10 seconds. 20 seconds. Sollozzo notices, stops talking. His eyes narrow. Michael raises the gun. 2 shots for Sollozzo, chest and forehead. The drug dealer falls backward. McCluskey reaches for his weapon. Too slow. Michael fires. The bullet enters McCluskey's throat. The police captain crashes face first into his dinner plate. Michael drops the gun, walks out, does not run. Behind him, screaming, chaos, sirens in the distance. He climbs into the waiting car. Tessio drives. Michael sits in the back seat. His face shows nothing, no satisfaction, no horror, no emotion at all. The easy smile is gone. It will never return the same way. Sicily, spring 1946. Michael hides in the old country, the village of Corleone, his father's birthplace, his grandfather's grave somewhere in these hills. He walks with bodyguards, Fabrizio and Calo, two local men assigned to protect him, one afternoon. A road outside a small village. Michael sees her. Apollonia Vitelli, dark eyes, dark hair, a smile that stops his heart. She walks with her father and sisters, sees Michael staring, looks away, looks back. Something passes between them. Michael turns to Calo, his voice urgent, almost desperate. I need to meet her father, now, today. The courtship follows Sicilian tradition. Michael presents himself formally, asks permission, offers respect. Apollonia's father studies this American stranger, sees something in his eyes, agrees to the match. Watch Michael now. Watch carefully. Something returns. Not the easy smile from Connie's wedding. That innocence died in Louis' restaurant. But something else, something softer. A flicker of joy he thought was gone forever. He marries Apollonia in a small church, white dress, village celebration. Michael laughs during the reception, dances with his bride. For a few weeks the darkness lifts, their honeymoon, a villa in the Sicilian hills. Apollonia tries to learn English. Michael teaches her patiently. She practices driving his Alfa Romeo, stalls the engine, laughs at herself. Michael laughs with her. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. She repeats the words carefully, gets them wrong, tries again. Michael corrects her gently. These are small moments, simple moments, but they matter. They are the last moments of genuine happiness Michael Corleone will ever experience. What Michael does not know, what he cannot see. Fabrizio works for the enemy, the bodyguard who walks beside him every day, the man who shares meals with him. Fabrizio has already taken money to betray him. The bomb is already built, the plan is already in motion. One morning, Apollonia wants to surprise Michael. She will drive the Alfa Romeo to meet him, show him how much she learned. She walks to the car, climbs inside, turns the key. Michael exits the villa, sees her in the driver's seat, waves, smiles, opens his mouth to call her name. The explosion, fire and metal and glass. The car becomes a fireball. The sound echoes across the valley. Michael runs toward the wreckage, screaming. Someone tackles him, holds him back. The heat is too intense. Nothing could survive. Apollonia is gone. 3 weeks of marriage, 3 weeks of joy, erased in 3 seconds. Michael stands in the road, staring at the burning car. His face changes. The softness that returned during the courtship disappears. The flicker of joy extinguishes. Something behind his eyes switches off, permanently. When Michael returns to America, everyone notices. Connie sees it. Kay sees it. Even Vito sees it. The eyes are different now. Cold, empty, professional. Michael Corleone still smiles after Sicily, but they are not real smiles. They are performances, strategic displays, weapons disguised as expressions. The man who laughed at Connie's wedding died in that restaurant. The man who loved Apollonia died on that road. What remains is something else entirely. Something dangerous, something hollow. The last genuine smile is already behind him, and Michael Corleone has 4 decades of emptiness still ahead, 10 years after Connie's wedding. 10 years since the genuine smiles ended. Michael Corleone sits in a Lake Tahoe compound, bigger than the Long Beach estate, more impressive, more isolated. He controls the most powerful crime family in America. Judges answer his calls. Senators attend his parties. Police captains protect his operations. And Michael smiles constantly. But watch these smiles carefully. Study them. They are not the same. A business associate visits. Michael greets him warmly. Handshake, smile. Welcome to my home. The words are perfect. The expression is perfect. But the eyes remain cold, calculating, measuring. This is not joy. This is performance. Kay notices first. She has been Michael's wife for years now. 2 children, Anthony and Mary, a beautiful home. Everything she was promised. But something is wrong. She watches her husband smile at dinner guests and sees nothing behind it. Michael, are you happy? He turns to her, smiles. Of course I'm happy, Kay. I have everything. The smile never reaches his eyes. Kay looks away, says nothing more, but she knows. The man she married at City Hall is gone. Someone else wears his face now. The baptism of Connie's son, 1955. Michael stands at the altar, godfather to the child in both senses of the word. The priest asks the sacred questions. Michael responds with perfect solemnity. Do you renounce Satan? I do renounce him. And all his works? I do renounce them. Michael smiles at the infant, gentle, loving, the perfect image of a devoted godfather. What the priest does not know, what Connie does not know, what Kay does not know. At this exact moment, Michael's men are killing. Mo Green, shot through the eye while getting a massage in Las Vegas. Barzini, gunned down on the courthouse steps. Tattaglia, killed in bed with a woman. Cuneo, trapped in a revolving door, bullets tearing through glass and flesh. Strachey, eliminated in an elevator. 5 families, 5 heads, 5 bodies. All dying while Michael renounces Satan at the baptismal font. Michael holds his godson, smiles for photographs, accepts congratulations, plays the role perfectly. The devoted family man, the legitimate businessman, the loving godfather. That night, Connie's husband, Carlo, dies, strangled in a car outside the compound. Michael ordered it personally. Carlo betrayed Sonny, set up the toll booth ambush. Carlo's death was always coming. Michael just waited for the right moment. Kay confronts him afterward. She heard rumors. She needs to know the truth. Is it true, Michael? Did you kill those men? Michael looks at her. His face arranges itself into an expression of wounded innocence, hurt, disappointment. How could she ask such a thing? No. One word, delivered with a small, sad smile. The smile of a man falsely accused. The smile of a husband betrayed by his wife's suspicion. Kay studies his face, wants to believe, chooses to believe. She nods, accepts the lie, turns away. Michael watches her leave. The sad smile vanishes instantly. His face goes blank, empty. He feels nothing about the lie, nothing about her pain, nothing at all. This is what Michael's smiles have become: tools, weapons, masks to hide the void behind his eyes. Senator Geary comes to Nevada. Powerful man, important connections. He insults Michael at Anthony's communion party, demands money for licensing approvals, calls Italians vulgar names. Michael smiles through the entire speech, patient, polite, almost amused. Senator, we're both part of the same hypocrisy. The smile stays fixed, charming, reasonable. But behind it, Michael is already planning. Within weeks, Senator Geary will wake up in a brothel next to a dead woman. He will remember nothing. Michael's people will clean up the mess. And Senator Geary will belong to the Corleone family forever. Michael smiles when he delivers the news. Friendly, understanding. These things happen, Senator. Let us help you. Geary has no choice. He smiles back. 2 performers, 2 masks, neither meaning anything. The years pass. 1956, 1957, 1958. Michael attends parties, hosts dinners, meets with business partners and political allies. He smiles through all of it, shakes hands, makes jokes, plays the gracious host. But Kay watches. She sees the pattern. Michael never smiles when he thinks no one is looking. The expression appears only when needed, only when useful, only when someone might be watching. She tests this theory. One evening, she watches Michael through a doorway. He sits alone in his office, reading documents. His face is completely neutral, no expression at all, like a machine at rest. A servant enters, announces a visitor. Instantly the smile appears, warm, welcoming. "Send him in, please." The transformation takes less than 1 second. Kay feels cold. This is not her husband. This is something wearing her husband's face, something that learned to imitate human expressions without feeling them. Christmas 1958. The children open presents. Anthony and Mary laugh with excitement. Michael sits nearby, smiling. But Kay notices his eyes. They move constantly, checking exits, evaluating threats, even here, even now, even with his own children. Mary runs to her father, throws her arms around him. "Thank you, Daddy." Michael hugs her back, smiles down at her face. For one moment, just one, something flickers behind his eyes, something almost real, almost warm. Then it passes. The mask settles back into place. The performance continues. These are the last genuine flickers, the final moments when Michael Corleone can still feel something. His children reach him when nothing else can. Anthony's laughter, Mary's hugs, small cracks in the armor. But even these moments grow rarer. The flickers grow weaker. The void grows larger. By the end of 1959, Michael Corleone sits alone in his Lake Tahoe compound. Kay is distant. The children are with nannies. His brothers are gone. Sonny dead. Fredo under suspicion. Michael stares across the lake. His face shows nothing. No smile, no frown, no expression at all. The performer rests. The mask sits unused. And behind both, there is only emptiness. The man who smiled at Connie's wedding is completely gone now. What remains is a shell, a machine, a thing that remembers how to perform joy without ever feeling it. And the void keeps growing. Lake Tahoe. The compound sprawls across manicured grounds. Guards patrol the perimeter. Servants move silently through marble hallways. Michael Corleone controls an empire worth hundreds of millions, and he is losing everything that matters. The flickers still come. Rare now, but they come. Anthony runs across the lawn, 8 years old, chasing a ball. Michael watches from the terrace. For 3 seconds, something softens in his face, almost a smile, almost real. Mary climbs onto his lap during dinner, 6 years old, chattering about school, about friends, about nothing important and everything important. Michael holds her, strokes her hair. The void recedes slightly, just for a moment. These children are the last connection, the final thread between Michael Corleone and the man he used to be. When Anthony laughs, Michael remembers laughing. When Mary hugs him, Michael remembers warmth. They are living memories of a self he destroyed. But Kay watches. She sees what the children cannot see. The flickers grow shorter. The void returns faster. Each month, Michael becomes more distant, more hollow, more frightening. She tries to reach him. One evening after the children sleep, she sits beside him on the terrace, takes his hand. "Michael, talk to me. Tell me what you're thinking." He looks at her. The mask appears. The performers smile. "I'm thinking about you, Kay, about our family, about how lucky I am." The words are perfect. The delivery is perfect. And Kay knows every syllable is a lie. She pulls her hand away, says nothing. The distance between them grows wider. Fredo, Michael's older brother, weak, foolish, desperate for respect. He makes a terrible mistake. He helps Hyman Roth's people, provides information, facilitates an attempt on Michael's life. Michael discovers the truth in Havana. New Year's Eve, 1958. The revolution explodes around them. Chaos in the streets. But Michael focuses on one thing only, his brother's betrayal. He finds Fredo in the crowd, grabs him, pulls him close, kisses his cheek. "I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart." The words are quiet, almost gentle. The face shows sorrow, but the eyes show nothing. No anger, no pain, just cold calculation. Fredo is already dead. He just does not know it yet. Kay leaves in 1959. She cannot stay, cannot watch her husband become something inhuman, cannot raise her children in this darkness. She tells Michael the truth about their unborn child, the one she lost, the one she chose to lose. She could not bring another life into his world, could not give him another heir for his empire of blood. Michael's reaction. Watch it carefully. His face changes, rage surfaces, pure and terrible. He strikes her. The mask cracks completely. For one moment, the void inside him becomes visible. Then the mask returns, cold, controlled. He tells her to leave, takes the children, bars her from the compound. The woman he married at City Hall, the woman he promised a different life. Gone. Michael sits alone that night. The house is silent. Anthony and Mary sleep in their rooms. Kay drives toward the airport. Fredo hides somewhere, waiting for judgment. No smile, no performance, no mask needed. There is no one left to perform for. The children visit on weekends now, supervised, scheduled. Michael sees them in the formal living room, hugs them, asks about school, gives them presents. Anthony pulls away first. He is old enough to understand, old enough to fear. He answers his father's questions politely, accepts the gifts. But something in his eyes has changed. He sees the void now, too. Mary still reaches for him, still wants to believe. She hugs Michael tightly. "I love you, Daddy." Michael holds her, closes his eyes, searches inside himself for something to feel. Nothing. He says the words back. "I love you too, sweetheart." But they are just words now, sounds without meaning. The last flickers are dying. Fredo must die. Michael knows this. The family knows this. But their mother still lives. Mama Corleone, the old woman who held everything together. Michael cannot kill his brother while their mother breathes. So he waits, performs patience, performs forgiveness. Tells Fredo he is welcome at family gatherings. Lets Fredo believe reconciliation is possible. Fredo believes. Fredo hopes. Fredo even smiles at Michael during Sunday dinners. Grateful for a second chance that does not exist. Mama Corleone dies in 1959. Natural causes. Old age. The family gathers for the funeral. Michael stands at the graveside, face appropriately solemn, eyes dry. That afternoon, Al Neri takes Fredo fishing. The lake is calm. The afternoon is quiet. Fredo recites a Hail Mary, praying for fish, praying for luck. A single shot echoes across the water. Michael hears it from the compound. He is standing at the window, watching the lake. His face shows nothing. No satisfaction, no grief, no relief, nothing at all. His brother is dead. His mother is buried. His wife is gone. His children are strangers. The final shot of this chapter. Michael Corleone sits alone in his Lake Tahoe compound. Autumn leaves fall outside the window. The grounds are empty. The house is silent. The camera holds on his face, studies it, searches for something human. There is nothing to find. No smile, no frown, no anger, no sorrow, no hope, no despair, just emptiness. A void where a man used to live. This is Michael Corleone at the end of his second act. 50 years old, wealthy beyond measure, powerful beyond imagination, and completely, utterly, irreversibly alone. The last genuine smile died with Apollonia in Sicily. The last genuine flicker died with Fredo on the lake. What remains is a machine, a shell, a thing that moves through the world without touching it. 20 years of emptiness still lie ahead. 20 years of performing. 20 years of the void growing larger. And the worst is yet to come. 20 years later. New York City. Michael Corleone receives a papal honor at St. Patrick's Cathedral. He kneels before the Archbishop. Cameras flash, dignitaries applaud. The ceremony celebrates his charitable donations. $100 million to Catholic causes. Hospitals, schools, orphanages. The Vito Corleone Foundation bears his father's name. Michael smiles for the photographers. Gracious, humble, the reformed businessman, the legitimate philanthropist. But study this smile. Compare it to the wedding in 1945. Compare it to the terrace with Kay. Compare it to the baptism performance. This smile is different, exhausted. The muscles move correctly, the lips curve appropriately. But there is no energy behind it, no calculation, no strategy. Just a tired man going through motions he no longer remembers the purpose of. Michael Corleone is 60 years old. His hair has turned grey. His face has grown gaunt. Diabetes weakens his body. Guilt weakens his soul. He has spent 20 years searching for something he cannot name. Peace, forgiveness, redemption. A way to fill the void. Nothing works. The Vatican deal. His final play for legitimacy. The Immobiliare Corporation controls billions in European real estate. Michael will purchase a controlling stake, become partners with the Catholic Church itself, wash every stain from the Corleone name forever. He believes this will save him, believes the Pope's blessing will somehow reach backward through time, absolve the bodies, erase the blood, return him to the man he was before Louis Restaurant. But redemption is not for sale. And Michael Corleone is about to learn this lesson in the cruelest possible way. His children are grown now, Anthony and Mary. They visit him in New York. Michael watches them enter the reception hall after the ceremony. His son, his daughter, the last connections to his humanity. Anthony has become an opera singer. He rejected the family business completely, refused the money, refused the name. Built his own career in European opera houses. Michael funded his training secretly. Anthony never knew. Michael smiles at his son across the room. Proud, hopeful. Perhaps Anthony's success proves something. Perhaps the Corleone name can mean something other than blood. But Anthony does not smile back. He sees his father clearly now, sees the bodies, sees the lies, sees the uncle who disappeared on a fishing trip and never returned. Anthony's eyes are polite, distant. He performs the role of dutiful son without feeling it. Michael recognizes the performance. He invented it. Mary is different. She still believes, still hopes. She runs to her father, embraces him. "Daddy, I'm so proud of you." Michael holds his daughter. Something stirs in the void. Not a smile, not joy, something smaller. A memory of what those things felt like. Mary's faith in him is the last warmth he can access. She has grown into a beautiful woman, kind, idealistic, working for the Vito Corleone Foundation, trying to do genuine good with blood money. Michael watches her and feels something he cannot identify. Later he will understand. It was dread. His instincts recognized what his mind refused to accept. Mary's goodness made her vulnerable. Her connection to him made her a target. The void was trying to warn him. He ignored it, smiled at her, told himself everything would be fine. Vincent Mancini enters the picture. Sonny's illegitimate son. Hot-tempered, ambitious, dangerous. He looks exactly like his father. Acts exactly like his father. Michael sees Sonny's ghost walking through his reception. Vincent wants in, wants the power, wants the family business Michael spent 20 years trying to escape. And Vincent wants Mary, Michael's daughter, his cousin. Michael forbids the relationship. Summons Vincent to his office, explains the situation calmly, smiles paternally, the old mask settling onto his tired face. "You will leave Mary alone. This is not negotiable." Vincent agrees, lies, continues seeing Mary in secret. Michael knows. Michael always knows, but he is too tired to fight, too tired to enforce his own commands. The Vatican deal moves forward. Archbishop Gilday, the corrupt banker, the conspiracy that surrounds the Immobilier purchase. Michael navigates these waters carefully, smiling at cardinals, smiling at bankers, smiling at enemies disguised as partners. But the smiles cost more now. Each performance drains him further. He returns to his bedroom each night and sits in darkness, breathing slowly, gathering strength for tomorrow's performances. Kay visits, after 20 years. She sees what he has become. A hollow man in expensive suits, a ghost attending his own life. "I dread you, Michael." She says it simply, without anger, just truth. Michael hears the words, feels nothing. The void absorbs even this. He tries to explain, tries to make her understand his quest for redemption. The Vatican deal, the charitable works, the attempt to wash the blood from his hands. Kay listens, studies his face, sees the exhausted smile he offers. "I don't hate you, Michael. I dreaded you. There's a difference." She walks away. Michael watches her go. 20 years ago, this would have destroyed him. Now it barely registers. The void has grown too large. There is not enough of him left to wound. Anthony's opera debut approaches. Cavalleria Rusticana, in Palermo, Sicily, the island where Michael killed for the first time, where Apollonia died, where his grandfather's grave lies unmarked in the hills. Michael decides to attend. The whole family will gather. Anthony's triumph, Mary's joy, perhaps a new beginning, perhaps redemption is still possible. He smiles at the thought, a tired smile, an exhausted smile, the smile of a dying man pretending he can still feel hope. What Michael does not see, what he cannot possibly understand. He is walking toward the final tragedy. The darkness is not behind him. It waits ahead, in Palermo, on the opera house steps. Every person he still loves will gather in one place, every remaining connection to his humanity. And the enemies he spent 40 years creating will strike at the worst possible moment. The void is about to claim everything, and Michael Corleone's last smile is about to die forever. December 1979, Palermo, Sicily. The Teatro Massimo rises against the night sky, one of Europe's grandest opera houses, columns and statues and ancient stone. Tonight it hosts the premiere of Cavalleria Rusticana. Tonight Anthony Corleone makes his operatic debut. Michael climbs the steps slowly. His body weakens daily. Diabetes drains his strength. But he climbs. His son performs tonight. His daughter walks beside him. Kay follows somewhere behind. The family gathers one last time. The performance is magnificent. Anthony's voice fills the theatre, pure, powerful, trained in the finest conservatories. Michael watches from his box seat. Something moves in the void. Not joy, not pride, something smaller. The memory of what those feelings once felt like. Mary sits beside him. Her hand rests on his arm. She squeezes gently during the beautiful passages. Her eyes shine with tears. She feels everything Michael cannot feel anymore. He looks at her, studies her face in the opera house light. His daughter, the last person on earth who still believes in him. The last connection to the man he destroyed 40 years ago. Michael tries to smile at her. The muscles move, the expression forms, but it costs him everything. He is so tired, so empty. The performance of joy requires energy he no longer possesses. The opera ends. Standing ovation. Anthony takes his bow. The audience roars approval. Michael applauds, slowly, mechanically. His hands move together without his mind commanding them. The family exits into the December night. Palermo glitters below them. The steps of the Teatro Massimo spread wide and white under the streetlights. Photographers gather, dignitaries approach, congratulations fill the air. Michael stands with his family, Kay nearby, Anthony accepting praise, Mary holding her father's arm, Vincent watching from the shadows. bodyguards positioned at every corner. For one moment, just one, Michael feels something. Standing here with his children, with the mother of his children, in the land of his ancestors. Perhaps redemption is possible. Perhaps the void can still be filled. He turns to Mary, opens his mouth to speak. The shot comes from nowhere. A man in the crowd, old, weathered, professional, Mosca, an assassin hired by Michael's enemies, the Vatican conspirators who fear exposure, the corrupt bankers who need Michael silenced. Mosca raises his pistol, aims at Michael, fires. The bullet misses Michael, misses by inches. But bullets do not simply disappear. They find targets, they find flesh, they find hearts. Mary. The bullet strikes her chest. She staggers, confusion on her face. She looks down at the wound, looks up at her father, does not understand. Dad? One word, a question. The voice of a child waking from a nightmare, seeking comfort, seeking protection, seeking her father. Michael catches her as she falls. His arms wrap around her. Her blood soaks into his coat, warm, spreading. Too much, far too much. Mary, Mary, Mary. He says her name, again and again, as if repetition could heal her, as if words could stop the bleeding, as if love could reverse time. Her eyes find his face, still trusting, still believing, even now, even as her life drains onto the opera house steps. Dad, She does not finish. Her eyes go still, her body goes heavy. The light that made her Mary disappears. Michael holds his daughter's body. His mouth opens. A sound emerges, not words, something beyond words, something from the deepest part of the void he has carried for 40 years. A scream without sound, a howl without voice. His face contorts into an expression of pure anguish. His body convulses with grief he did not know he could still feel. This is not a performance. This is not a mask. This is the only genuine thing Michael Corleone has felt since Apollonia died in 1946. Pure, absolute, destroying. Kay rushes forward, sees Mary, sees Michael. Her own scream echoes across the piazza. Real, human. The sound Michael cannot make. Vincent disappears into the crowd. Hunting. The assassin will not survive the night. But vengeance means nothing. Nothing means anything. Michael rocks his daughter's body, back and forth, like a child with a broken doll. The most powerful Don in American history. The man who ordered the deaths of hundreds. Reduced to this. A father holding a corpse. The blood pools on the white stone steps. Steam rises in the December cold. Photographers capture the image. Tomorrow it will be on every newspaper in the world. The mighty Michael Corleone, broken, destroyed, finally defeated. He looks up at the sky, at the stars, at nothing. His eyes have changed again. The void is different now, not empty, full of something terrible, full of the knowledge that he did this, his choices, his enemies, his life of blood. Mary died because she was his daughter. Mary died because she loved him. Mary died because he could not escape what he became in Louis' restaurant 40 years ago. The body is eventually taken from his arms. He does not remember who takes it, does not remember standing, does not remember the car, does not remember the hospital, does not remember the funeral. He remembers only the weight of her, the warmth of her blood, the confusion in her eyes, the unfinished sentence that will echo in his mind until he dies. Dad, What was she going to say? I love you? I forgive you? I understand. He will never know. That sentence will never be completed. That question will never be answered. That weight will never be lifted. Michael Corleone's last capacity for joy died on those steps. His last reason to smile. His last connection to the man he used to be. Gone. The void is complete now. Total. Absolute. There is nothing left inside him but the memory of what he has lost. Wife, brothers, children, soul. The man who walked up those opera house steps was already a ghost. The man who walks down them is something less. A body waiting to stop, a heart waiting to finish. The smiling stops here. Forever. Years pass. How many exactly, Michael cannot say. Time has lost meaning. Days blur into weeks, weeks blur into months. The world continues spinning. Michael Corleone simply waits for it to stop. He returns to Sicily, not Palermo, not the Teatro Massimo. He cannot bear to see those steps again. Instead, he finds a villa in the countryside. Near Corleone, the village his family fled nearly a century ago. The village where his grandfather died, where his father was born, where Apollonia smiled at him across a dusty road. The villa is modest, stone walls, terracotta roof, a courtyard with olive trees and a small fountain. No guards, no servants, no family. Michael insists on this. He wants nothing between himself and the silence. He sits in the courtyard each morning, watches the sun rise over the Sicilian hills, the same hills his father saw as a boy, the same hills that witnessed generations of Corleone blood spilled into the soil. Vito fled these hills in 1901, a 9-year-old orphan, nothing in his pockets, everything ahead of him. He built an empire from nothing, died surrounded by family, died playing with his grandson in a garden full of tomatoes and love. Michael returns to these hills in 1997, a broken old man, everything behind him, nothing ahead. He will die surrounded by no one, die alone in a courtyard full of ghosts and regret. The comparison haunts him. Father and son, both Dons, both killers, both Corleones. But their endings could not be more different. Vito killed to protect, Michael killed to control. Vito built a family, Michael destroyed one. Vito died with his legacy secure. Michael dies with nothing left to leave. What was it all for? The question echoes in the empty courtyard. Michael has no answer. He reviews his life like a man watching a film he does not remember making. The wedding in 1945, the smile, the hope, the belief that he could escape. He remembers that young man in the Marine uniform, remembers the light in his eyes. That man died in a restaurant in 1946. Everything after was just the body continuing without the soul. Apollonia, 3 weeks of marriage, 3 weeks of joy, the only genuine happiness he experienced as an adult, erased in 3 seconds, a bomb, a fireball, a silence that never ended. Kay, the woman he loved, the woman he lied to, the woman he drove away. She tried to reach him for 20 years. He pushed her away for 20 years. Now she is gone, remarried, happy, living the life he promised her with someone else. Anthony, his son, the opera singer. He rejected everything Michael offered, rejected the name, rejected the money, rejected the father. Anthony sends Christmas cards now, polite, distant, the signature of a stranger. Fredo, his brother, weak, foolish, desperate for love. Michael gave him death instead. The shot still echoes across the lake in his memory. Some nights he hears it clearly. Some nights he hears nothing at all. Mary, his daughter, the last light, the final connection. Gone on the opera house steps. Gone because of him. Gone because loving Michael Corleone was always fatal. He thinks of her constantly, her smile, her faith, her unfinished sentence. Dad, The words repeat endlessly. A broken record in a broken mind. What was she trying to say? What did she want him to know? The question will follow him into the grave. The villa grows quieter each day. Michael speaks to no one, eats little, sleeps less. His body fails slowly. The diabetes advances. His heart weakens. His lungs struggle. He does not fight it. There is nothing left to fight for. One morning, late autumn. The courtyard fills with pale Sicilian light. Michael sits in his wooden chair. The same position as every morning. The fountain trickles nearby. The olive trees rustle in the breeze. An orange rests in his hand. He does not remember picking it up. He studies its color. Bright, alive. The same color as the oranges his father bought the day he was shot. the same color as the orange Vito held when he died in the garden. Oranges and death. The Corleone family curse. Michael almost smiles at the poetry. Almost. But the muscles have forgotten how. His eyes drift across the courtyard. He sees ghosts now. Apollonia standing by the fountain. Mary running through the olive trees. Fredo sitting on the stone wall. Kay watching from the doorway. None of them are real. All of them are real. Michael no longer knows the difference. His hand relaxes. The orange rolls from his palm, falls to the ground, bounces once, twice, settles in the dust. Michael feels his chest tighten. Not pain, just pressure, his body finally surrendering. He has been waiting for this moment for 18 years. Since the opera house steps, since Mary stopped breathing. He does not call for help. There is no one to call. He does not fight. There is nothing to fight for. He simply lets go. His body slumps forward, slides from the chair, falls onto the courtyard stones. The same stones his ancestors walked centuries ago, the same earth that holds their bones. Silence. The fountain continues trickling. The olive trees continue rustling. The Sicilian sun continues shining. The world continues spinning. But Michael Corleone has stopped. No one finds him for hours. A local farmer eventually notices the still figure, calls the authorities. They come. They confirm what the universe already knew. The last Don of the Corleone family lies dead in a Sicilian courtyard, alone, unmourned, unremembered. Vito Corleone escaped Sicily to build an empire. His son returned to Sicily to lose one. The smiles ended 40 years ago. The soul ended 18 years ago. Now the body finally catches up. Michael Corleone, 1920 to 1997, born in New York, died in Corleone, loved by many, destroyed them all. The orange rots in the courtyard. No one picks it up. No one remembers why it matters. The story ends where it began, in Sicily, in silence, in the void.